I'm placing the loop over the blackhead and applying slow, even pressure. You can see the plug come out cleanly. I'll wipe the area and check for any residue. Finally, a thin layer of antiseptic gel will calm the skin and keep it clean.
I'm going to apply gentle, even pressure with the loop extractor right around the blackhead. As we press, you'll see the hardened oil and keratin start to rise. There's the core coming through the loop, nice and clean. We'll blot away any excess and finish with a calming gel.
I'm placing the loop right over the center of the blackhead and applying gentle, even pressure. You can see the oxidized tip coming out first, followed by the plug of sebum. We lift that away and lightly blot the area. We'll move to the next one.
I'm placing the extractor loop right over the blackhead and applying steady pressure. You can see the plug coming up. That's the oxidized oil. We'll wipe that away, and the pore looks nice and clear. A little redness is normal, and we'll...
Gentle, steady pressure. This plug's coming out nicely. There it is. Dark tip first, then that creamy core. We'll clean away the excess. A little more pressure to clear the base, and we're done. The pore looks good. Just a touch of redness. That'll...
Again, and apply even downward pressure. You'll see the plug start to rise to the surface. There it comes. Dark top followed by a tiny bit of oil. Wipe that away. Moving to the next one, same pressure.
Start on this larger whitehead here. Gentle pressure with the loop. And there it goes. Wipe that clean. Moving to the next one, closer to the jaw. Little squeeze. Good release. Always.
There it is. Content is starting to release. We're just guiding it out slowly. And that's the core fully removed. The pore looks nice and clean. I'll blot the area to remove any residue, and we'll let the skin settle.
I'm placing the loop over the blackhead and applying gentle, even pressure. After a moment, you'll see the plug start to release. Here it comes. First the darker oxidized tip, then the softer material behind it. Keeping the tool angled helps the entire strand slide out and...
Larger one on the bridge. Gentle pressure with the loop. There it goes. Wiping it away. Moving to the tip. These are smaller, so you'll just feel a light push. And one more on the side. Good, that one's clear.
Feels fine. We're centering the loop extractor right over the clogged pore and applying gentle, even pressure. As we press down, you can see the oxidized caps start to lift. The darker tip is the part exposed to air, and
we're going to place the loop right over the center of the blackhead and apply steady pressure. Now you can see it begin to lift out. We'll keep the skin tight so it comes cleanly. There it is, the whole plug. Just going to wipe the tool and check the pore. Little clear fluid is normal.
Pressing gently around the pore, and there's the plug releasing. Wipe it away. Moving to the next one, a steady pressure, and it comes right out. Final little clog here, smooth and clean.
You'll feel a little pressure here, okay? Good, that's one out. I'm just gonna wipe that away. Moving to the bridge now, it's a bit stubborn, but it looks clear already.
Feels fine.
Perfect, last one here.
We're centered right over the blackhead. Gentle, firm pressure. Now it's lifting out. And there it comes, steady squeeze. You can see the plug clearing the pore. We'll wipe that away and give the area a quick clean.
And then center the loop over the blackhead and give steady pressure. The plug is starting to lift. You can see that waxy column pushing out. That's oxidized oil and keratin. As it rises,
I'm placing the loop directly over the blackhead and adding gentle, even pressure. You can see the plug begin to rise up out of the pore. It should look like a little thread of waxy sebum. Once it's clear, I wipe it onto the gauze and move to the next one, keeping the skin taut.
I'm setting the loop right around the blackhead and giving gentle, even pressure. You'll see the plug start to lift. There it comes, nice and steady. We pull it all the way through so the pore can breathe. A quick wipe and one more gentle.
We're centering the loop over the blackhead and applying gentle, even pressure. You can see the plug begin to rise as the pore empties. Once it's out, we wipe away any residue and finish with a soothing antibacterial gel.
I'm going to press gently with the loop right around the pore. You'll feel a bit of pressure here. There it is. That plug is coming out nicely. Wipe it away and move to the next one just above. Perfect. Pores look clean and calm.
Wipe that away and move to the one just below it. Slow, steady pressure. Perfect. Bit of sebum and a tiny amount of fluid. We'll clean the tool.
We're placing the loop directly over the blackhead and applying steady downward pressure. You can see the plug of sebum rise up and out of the pore. We'll sweep that away with the gauze, moving a little lower, same technique.
I'm going to place the loop right over the blackhead here and apply some steady pressure.
Okay.
You'll feel a little bit of pressure. There it comes, and we're getting that whole plug out in one piece.
Feels odd, but not painful.
Great.
I'm placing the loop directly over the blackhead and applying slow, even pressure. You can see the plug start to rise. There it comes. Dark tip first, followed by the lighter buildup underneath. Once it's expressed, I lift.
I'm placing the loop right over the center of the blackhead and applying slow, even pressure. You can see the plug start to come up. There's the dark tip followed by the lighter core. We'll keep the pressure steady so it comes out in one piece, and that's the entire plug. I'll wipe it away and
I'm placing the loop right around the blackhead and applying slow, steady pressure. As it releases, you'll see the dark plug come out first, followed by the lighter sebum behind it. Keeping the skin taut helps it express cleanly. Once the contents are clear, I wipe the area with gauze to remove.
We're focusing on this single blackhead. The loop of the extractor is placed around it and gentle, even pressure is applied. You can see the oxidized tip emerge first, followed by the softer sebaceous material underneath.
I'm using a stainless steel loop extractor to clear the blackheads along the side of the nose. I keep the skin taut with my left hand and press down gently with the loop. As you can see, the plug of oil and dead skin rises right out of the pore.
I'm placing the loop extractor over the blackhead and applying gentle, even pressure. You can see the plug lifting out of the pore. I wipe it onto gauze and move to the next congestion point. Again, slow pressure.
Let's start with this one in the center. Gentle pressure on both sides.
Okay.
There it goes. A little bit more. Perfect. I'll blot that away. Moving just below it now. Same thing. Steady squeeze, good release, and one more near the jawline.
I'm going to start with gentle pressure around the pore. You'll feel a little push, but it shouldn't be painful.
Okay.
There we go. Just a small plug coming out. I'll wipe that away and move to the next one. Keeping the skin taut helps the extraction glide.
We're centering the loop over the blackhead and applying firm, even pressure. The plug is starting to emerge. There it goes. You can see the dark tip followed by the lighter core. We'll ease it out fully and lift it away. A bit of clear oil.
I'm pressing the loop around the blackhead and applying steady, even pressure. You can see the plug release as the oil and keratin rise to the surface. Once removed, I clean the tool on a gauze pad and move to the next.
I'm using a loop extractor to apply gentle, even pressure around each congested pore. You can see the blackhead lift up and slide out of the opening. When the plug clears, I lift the tool. So I'm going to start right here on this whitehead. You see how it's raised? A little bit of steady pressure with the loop. There it goes. We'll wipe that away. Moving just above it, this one's more inflamed. Slow, even squeeze, and that plug comes right out. Perfect. One more along.
I'm starting with a clean, sterile extractor. I center the loop over the blackhead and apply slow, even pressure. The plug lifts out easily, and the area is wiped away before moving to the next pore. After extractions, a soothing toner and head.
We're focusing on a stubborn blackhead on the left side of the nose. The loop extractor is placed directly over the pore, and we apply gentle, even pressure, allowing the contents to rise to the surface. You can see the plug easing out.
There it comes. See that little plug? That's the oxidized oil and dead skin that formed the blackhead.
Okay.
I'll wipe it away with the gauze and move to the next one. Press again.
I'm setting the loop right over the center of the pore and applying steady, even pressure. You can see the plug slide right out there. Wipe that away. Moving to the one beside it, same gentle pressure. There's the filament. Perfect. We'll clear this.
I'm using a loop extractor to clear the clogged pores along the side of the nose. Gentle pressure pushes the plug out without damaging the surrounding skin. After each extraction, I wipe away the debris with a clean cotton pad. You can see the sebum strands coming out here.
I'm centering the loop over the blackhead and applying gentle, even pressure. You can see the pore compress and the plug starting to lift. There's the oxidized tip, followed by the lighter core. Once it releases, I lift the tool straight off. We'll move to the next.
I'm using a loop extractor to ease out the blackheads on the side of the nose. With steady pressure, the plug slides through the loop. There it goes, nice and clean. We'll move slightly higher for the next one, and another comes out smoothly.
Placing the loop right over the blackhead. Gentle pressure, and there it comes. We'll wipe that away. Moving to the next one, staying close to the pore, making sure the skin is supported. Good, that one slid out. I'm placing the loop right over the blackhead and applying slow, even pressure. You can see the plug rising out of the pore, dark at the tip, lighter underneath. There it is. I'm going to lift it away and wipe the area clean. The pore looks clear and just a little pink.
We're starting at the center of the nose. I set the loop directly over the blackhead and apply slow, even pressure. You can see the plug easing out of the pore. I wipe it away and move to the next one, keeping the tool flat.
I'm placing the loop gently around the blackhead and adding steady pressure. You can see the contents start to express. That's the oxidized tip coming out first. We'll lift it away in one motion. There's the full plug. I'll wipe and press once more to clear any.
We're going to start with the side of the nose, right where the pores tend to be a little more congested. I set the loop around the blackhead and apply slow, even pressure. You can see the plug start to lift out of the pore. Once it's released, I wipe it away.
Feel a little pressure here.
Okay.
Good. One more right at the top. And that's out. Skin's responding well.
Feels fine.
Last one on the side here. Perfect. I'll just blot the area.
Thank you.
I'm positioning the loop right over the blackhead and applying gentle, even pressure. You can see the plug starting to lift out of the pore. There it is, dark at the tip, lighter underneath. I'll wipe that away and move to...
I'm placing the loop directly over the blackhead and adding slow, even pressure. You can see the pore start to blanch a bit as the contents rise. There's the plug coming free, dark on the tip and lighter underneath. And it's out. I'll check the pore.
Applying gentle pressure with the loop extractor, the blackhead begins to rise from the pore. A thick plug of sebum is released. We wipe the tool clean and repeat the process on the neighboring pore.
I'm going to start with this whitehead here, gentle pressure. And there it goes, wiping away the build-up, moving to the one just along the jawline, slow and steady, perfect. Clearing the cluster now, little ones coming out.
We're beginning with a clean, sanitized comedone extractor. I position the loop around the blackhead and add gentle pressure. You can see the oxidized plug begin to lift out of the pore. A slow, steady press allows the entire core to emerge.
I'm using a sterile comedone extractor to gently press around each blocked pore. A little pressure allows the blackhead to lift out without damaging the surrounding skin. You can see the dark plug followed by a softer yellow material.
I'm just going to set the loop right over the pore and apply a gentle downward pressure. You'll see the plug come up, there it is. We'll wipe that away and move to the next one. Another small congestion here, press and it slides right out.
I'm setting the loop directly over the blackhead and pressing gently. You'll see the plug slide out in one piece. Wipe that away and move to the next pore. Slow, even pressure keeps the skin from bruising and clears the oil completely.
I'm going to start with this one close to your nose. You might feel a little pressure. Good, gentle squeeze. And wipe that away, moving down to the jawline, slight pinch here. Last one along the cheekbone, perfect. We'll clean everything with antiseptic here.
We're going to start with this larger blackhead right on the curve of the nose. Gentle pressure with the loop extractor and you can see the plug expressing easily. That pore looks nice and clear. Wiping the tool, then moving to the next one.
Here we start with this larger blackhead right on the side of the nose. Gentle, steady pressure through the loop. There it is. You can see the oxidized top followed by the creamier core. Wipe that away. Move up to the next pore. Same motion, just rolling the extractor down.